Hi, I'm Jada Teague with the Paisano. Senate candidate for Texas, Beto is coming back to host a second rally at UTSA. Students shared their thoughts with us on political events and elections.
I'm going where the action is, and the action's at UTSA, and you can hear it just outside these doors. We saw there's 500 people who can't get in right now, who we're gonna be able to visit with after this is over. You spend some time, thank them, and then we've just gotta continue to come back. So that's why we're here.
How do you feel about political candidates coming to UTSA?
I think it's a great opportunity, regardless of political affiliation and political party, to be able to come to a public university and a higher education institution to be able to showcase what their platforms are, as well as being able to engage their immediate communities as well too.
I think it's great that the political candidates are coming here. That way each party can truly see what the other is about and experience the thing as a whole.
I feel it's important that we have people from both sides come and talk to the students. I think our generation really needs to get out and vote more. I think it's really important that we hear everybody that from both sides, no matter how you vote, where they stand.
I think the most politically active constituents there are college students. I mean, they're participating in everything from rallies to protests and whatnot. So I think it's extremely important, if not the most important thing that a candidate can do.
So with that being said, you feel like all the candidates should come and speak to the students at UTSA and the faculty?
Yeah, definitely Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever party, because all those people represent all the students. Not all students are going to be a certain party, so I think it's important to find representation with everybody and then just go out and vote for whoever feels more qualified or aligns with your ideals.
I think as long as the students here at UTSA are a part of the constituency, yes, I think so.
Okay.
I think it wouldn't do a whole lot unless it was publicized in some form for them to come here.
Regardless of political affiliation, party affiliation, I think being able to have a platform to be able to say what's on your mind as well as what you're trying to get across, but at the same time remaining respectful within public assembly as well too, would allow for those things to be productive, but at the same time, those are really hard to coexist right now because of all the different political climates at UTSA. So it's really hard to say that, but at the same time, I'm all for it, for people to be able to voice what they're wanting to do.
I think it would be a good opportunity if they did come down here, just so the students can truly get to know them and have a better understanding.
So do you think having events like this will inspire younger people or people in general to vote?
I really don't know what inspires people to vote. I don't. I think unless an issue directly applies to them in their lives, I don't think seeing candidates debate or candidates at a rally really inspires anybody to vote. It might make up their mind about policy issues, but I don't think it gets them off of their couch and to a poll.
I think it does. Having, again, putting a face to what they're representing, I think helps a lot. So them coming down there and us being able to see that and to feel their presence or whatever.
Where the #1 provider of mental health care services in Texas is the county jail system in the state of Texas.
Yes, and I think one of the main things within that is feeling like somebody took out the time out of their own campaign necessarily to come visit a university, and most people don't really have the time or they don't really think it's feasible to do so, but being able to, I guess, see who this person is and being able to understand what they're trying to get across and actually them making an effort to come to me to address these things is really inspiring. And I think it really invokes that desire to want to go vote, because it's a right that most people don't really utilize as millennials, and it kind of sucks because we're always complaining about these different issues, but at the same time, the main question is, are you voting? Most people don't vote.
I saw the signs all around campus and it kind of got me excited, even though I really didn't even know that he had come. But just to know that he actually took his time to come here, I think is really cool. And if other candidates took their time to come out, it's just you'll get more people taking sides and stuff, and that's actually good. I think you don't want to cause polarization or get people angry at each other, but you want people to start talking more.
So is it right to make the event exclusive to students and faculty at UTSA only?
Is it right? I guess, sure.
Like, is it fair?
I would think so. I mean, it's not the only rally that he's doing. I don't know why not. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't open it to other people, but if you just want just the students and faculty, sure, why not?
As opposed to like everybody?
Yeah, maybe the whole community of San Antonio.
I think it's better to keep it more closed just because that can get chaotic
There's 500 people who can't get in right now.
of just like opening it to everybody.
I think everybody should be included. Maybe we should like host it or something.
No, I would think more so it would be within like a tuition type of situation, but at the same time, I think it's an event that impacts the greater San Antonio community, that impacts us as a whole, as a state. And I feel like we should be able to, as a community, have access to those events free, regardless of being a UTS student or not. And I feel like being in a position of higher education, we could do a little bit better of allowing people with those limited resources within or around our community to be able to have access to them, to gain the same amount of information that we have access to.
Do you think that Senate elections are just as important as presidential elections for the people in Texas?
I think presidential elections and Senate elections are both pretty important because they both make important decisions for us as people. So who we want to represent us is really important.
I would say not more important, but equally as important because the presidential, I mean, it's a president, and they're going to make a lot of decisions, but a senator, they're going to make decisions that are most likely going to impact you more immediately.
I think it really speaks volumes to how the next presidential election will go and how it should go. If we elect Beto O'Rourke and he just, I'm an economics major, and so economics is very important on swaying the vote and whatnot. And if he just increases our GDP as a state, just crazy.
Yes, and I think statewide and nationwide it should be, but at the same time, since it doesn't receive as much coverage as a presidential election, people will think of it as it's less important. But I think with decisions within our own state legislation, they have more of an impact on us, that it should be more of a priority for people to vote within their Senate elections. But since it doesn't get as much mainstream coverage as actual presidential elections, it's hard to see that.
Thanks for watching. Click our logo to subscribe, or click one of the videos for more from the Paisano. Leave a comment letting us know your thoughts and what you'd like to see us cover next.